Hi guys, and welcome back to another video game with the powers. I'm Jake. In today's video, I'll be bringing you a playthrough of the board game UND1C1. UND1C1 is the soccer simulator board game where basically you are selecting your team of players, putting them in their position, and basically playing soccer, alright? This is a long time coming, guys. I know you got a lot of you been asking for it. This is months and months in the making. We've just had so many other games coming in, so many other projects that we've been trying to unbox, review, new stuff, fresh new content to get out to you guys. But we finally decided to get this to the table. Now, unfortunately today, guys, Sierra is in the middle of football season, still in the playoffs. So she's very, very busy. So today, I'll be playing against the imaginary version of Sierra. So my hope is that the imaginary version of Sierra is not as good as the regular version, or else I might be in some trouble here, alright? During this playthrough, I'm not going to really go in-depth at how to play the game. I have a in-depth look at how to play video. I'll link that somewhere up above. And also, this is going to be an abbreviated version of the normal game, guys. In a normal game, you will play 21 turns, okay? You're going to have a deck of cards of 20 cards. Once your deck runs out, everybody will play one final turn, and that will signal the end of the game. This game is fairly lengthy in that regard. So for today's playthrough, we're going to play golden goal, all right? So the first person to score a goal, or if we get through 10 cards in the deck, all right? Once we get through 10 cards in the deck, that'll be the end of the game. So let's go ahead and jump down to the table where we got everything set up. All right, guys, here we are down at the table. Let me position the soccer ball in the middle of the pitch. Here we are at the table where we got everything set up. I'll be playing as Team Black. Sierra's going to be playing as Team White here. I will be running a 3-4-3. She's going to be running a 4-4-2. So we will see how this goes. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive in. Starting with the kickoff, we're going to roll some dice here, and the higher roll is going to get the kickoff. So I roll a 3, she rolls a 1. So the first thing I'm going to do is take one of my players, move him up to the line, and give him the ball, all right? Then for one action, this is a mandatory action, I will need to pass it to one of my other players, and now I can take my 2 remaining actions. So think right out the gate, what I'm going to do is go ahead and start pushing the ball up. So you either do single movement or group movement. Group movement is done in the rows here. So you can see at the top, we got red, yellow, green, white, green, yellow, red. That indicates the lines or rows people are in. For my colorblind people, they are denoted by a box of 4, a quadrant of 4 squares. So everything in this quadrant of all these squares, that's one row. So everybody's got to move the same direction and can move up a number of spaces. So this guy, number 8, is moving 1 space because you can't move through other players. He's going to go 1, 2. He can only move 1 space because he has the ball, and 1, 2, all right? Now, if anybody had a rabbit, they can move up to 3 spaces or 2 spaces with the ball. That's my second action. My third action, I think what we're going to do is move this entire row that way. We're going to kind of work to that side of the pitch. So everybody except this guy is in a row, so we're going to go 1 and 2 for him. 1, 2, and 3 for him. He doesn't get moved. We got 1 and 2 for him. 1 and 2 for him. He's going to move 1 and then 1 and 2 for that guy. All right. Those are my 3 actions. Now what I will do is go ahead and put these padlocks out that are going to help protect my player to make sure he does not get beat, but I already see a flaw in what I have done. All right, I will also draw a card at the end of my turn, so we get a blooper. Play this card during your turn. Opponents standing in their own red, the defensive line back here, cannot perform any actions for 1 turn. All right. Now, the last thing you do at the end of your turn is if you have any players with a tractor ability. So I got 2 here, 1 there. I may make an additional movement with them at the end of the turn. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna move this guy over 1. Okay, that was kind of a flaw that I saw there, but she's got me on both sides. All right, so that is the end of my turn. So we're now shifting to Sierra. So Sierra right away sees an opening, and so she's going to go for that opening. So this whole front line here is going to move up. So we can go 1, 2 here. This person will not be able to move. We got 1 and 2 there, and then this person is going to move 1, all right? The second action she's going to do is everybody in this line is going to move diagonal. So we got 1, 2 for this guy, 1, 2 for this guy, and 1 and 2 for the guy with the rabbit here. And then the last action Sierra is going to take is she's going to try and tackle my number 10 here. So what's going to happen is we're both going to roll some dice. The winning outcome gets that. So I have a 5, she has a 2. I also have a +1 because my guy is a wizard and he gets +1 for defending on a tackle. So what's going to happen here is we are going to swap places. All right, this person is going to become exhausted. So on her next turn, she will not be able to use that person. And then I get 1 free movement with this guy. So we're going to go right there. So those are her 3 actions. She will now position these padlocks. So she'll put a padlock there, and I think a padlock there to try and prevent this side from working up. And she's going to draw a card. So we have Hombre del Paradiso. Play this card during your turn. One player of your choice earns an extra +2 bonus for 1 turn. All right. So now we got me. Let's see what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep pushing up the pitch. Again, I think we just keep going that way maybe. Because I can move. Well, no. These guys won't be able to move. They'll be able to move. Shoot. Maybe we come back this way. Let's try it. Why not? Why not? Come back this way. So I got my guy here is a rabbit. He can go 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Also forgot Sierra had a tractor that she could have moved, but she decided not to on that turn. So 1, 2, 3 for that guy. This guy's not going to be able to move diagonal. He won't be able to move diagonal. I can move diagonal 1. He can go 1 and 2, and then this guy can go 1, 2, and 3 in the middle. All right, so that was my first action. I think my second action I'm going to do... All right, so I think what I'm going to do is make a pass to the number 17 right here. So we'll count the number of quadrants in between. So we got 2 quadrants. Nobody is marking the receiver, so that I don't have to make an extra roll. And I roll a 1. Wah, wah, wah. But actually, I get +1 on my dice roll when passing. Yeah, because my guy is a playmaker, so that is 2. So I am successful in making my pass for my third action. All right, guys. So now what I will do is position these padlocks. All right, we're going to do padlock there, padlock there. I get +1 extra movement on the turn, so I can move 1 with the ball because he is a tractor. And I will need to draw a card here. All right, turn on a 6-pence. Play this card when one of your wizards attempts to dribble past an opponent or when an opponent attempts to tackle one of your wizards. The dribble succeeds automatically or the wizard automatically retains possession of the ball. No need to re-roll the dice. Interesting. Okay. Sierra's turn. This guy is still exhausted. Cannot be used. She needs to start blocking up some stuff. So I think what we're going to do is move this red line across. So we'll go 1, 2. He needs to come in for 1, 2. Do we move this back line back? Yeah, we'll move the back line back. 1, 2. 1 and 2. 1. And then this guy's going to go back 1. So we got a nice stout defense right there. Last move is we're going to go 1 and 2. All right. So she will now position padlocks. So I think we're going to put padlock here and then padlock there. Block them in. All right. So that's the end of her turn. So she can move her tractor. So she'll go ahead and move the tractor in there. And now the penalty box is full up. She's got the wall. All right, so she'll draw a card. We have Catch Me If You Can. Your rabbits may move into 3 boxes at a time, even with possession of the ball. Okay? Back to me. All right, I think what I'm going to do is... Man, she's really got me blocked in. Not a whole lot I can do. Maybe take a shot from the outside. I got a Viper. Anybody with a cannon? That guy's got a cannon. He can take a shot from outside the box. Do I have anything? Bloopers. Ooh, okay. This is good. Here we go. So I think what I'm going to do is play blooper. So play this card during my turn. Opponents standing in their own red line, which is all four of these guys, cannot perform any actions for one turn. Special abilities and strategy cards played on these players are also not effective, okay? So we're going to keep that blooper there so I know. Man, how do I sneak in here? I think what we do is we got a guy with a cannon. Oh, man. I need something to destroy these padlocks. Here we go. So I think what I'm going to do is one, we're going to... The only way I can get through is that way, so I need to send somebody that way. So I think we go this guy 1 and 2. All right. For one action. The second action, I'm going to go here. And then my third action, I'm going to move up twice because he has the rabbit ability with the ball. We're there, all right? So then I will position padlocks, okay? So I need to position a padlock there. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. I want to position a padlock here. And we'll just do both of them right there so that guy can't get to me. Okay. Now, I can take one extra movement with my tractor guy. Tractor guy will move in there. And that will be the end of my turn. So I will need to draw a card. And we have Trick or Treat. Play this card when one of your players attempts to dribble past an opponent, or when an opponent attempts to attack one of your players, +1 on my die roll. All right. So we now go to Sierra's turn. This guy gets flipped over. He's unexhausted. Now, this is brutal for Sierra because she cannot play any actions for one turn with any of these guys. So the only thing she can really do is spend one action to mark him up. Well, no, because there can't be 4 guys in the penalty box. So she's pretty much stuck other than moving this line back maybe. 1, 2. He's got to stay there, so that would just be a single movement. Okay, we'll go 1 and then last one for 1 there. All right, so she'll position the padlocks now. So we're going to position padlocks there. And you can only have 1 padlock in the penalty box. So we have to put the other one there. All right. So here we go. My first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot across into my guy Toto right there. So let's see. Quadrants. 1, 2, 3. 3 in between. He is being marked by 2 players. So that is a 4. Well, actually, I should probably get closer. How about that? So I'm going to make a move. We're going to go 1 and 2. 2 spaces over from my first action. My second action, I'm going to move over 1 more. And then my third action, we're going to go across into a header. So we only have 1 box in between. He's getting marked by 2 players. So that is 2 and 3. So I need to roll a 3 or higher. Here we go. Let's see what I roll. A 6. All right. So I needed to get a 3 or higher because we got 1 box. He's being marked by 2 players. We are successful. All right. So he does the cross. Now in the game, the cross will go straight into a header. All right. So for the header, we are going to now roll head up and see what we get. So she's getting +1. I get 0. So I roll a 6. Sierra rolls a 3. She gets +1 for a 4. But the header is successful. Golazo! All right. Team Black is victorious with the golden goal. All right, guys. Well, look. That is a small abbreviated version of UND1C1. Again, in the normal version, you would have a deck here of 20 cards that you would get through before you would end the game. Again, you can play these cards at any point in time on your turn when it instructs you so, but you can only have 5 cards in your hand at one time. So you guys will just go back and forth like that. Alright guys, well look, that is a playthrough of UND1C1, well, an abbreviated playthrough of UND1C1, the soccer simulator board game. I hope you guys enjoyed it for as short as it was. Like I said, the game does take a really long time, guys, to play. Kind of one of the drawbacks of it, but I do plan to get a full playthrough of the game in. I'm going to have to break that up into 2 videos, kind of do like 10 turns and then halftime and then come back. For that video, I plan on using some of the national teams to kind of show you a more advanced version of the game. So be on the lookout for that in a couple weeks. We're not just going to jump straight into that one. But if you like this video, guys, go ahead and help us out. Like this video, please. Go ahead and subscribe. Is this finally what you were waiting for? Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. Got to see it in action a little bit. I'm sure I might have made some mistakes. Please correct me down in the comments below if I made any mistakes, guys. And as always, if you are not subscribed to our channels, please subscribe so we can continue to keep bringing you more awesome content. All right, guys, y'all have a great one. Bye.